You're listening to Keeping It 100 with Mel and Bruce, sponsored by the 100 Black Men of Las Vegas. What they see is what they'll be. I'm Mel Tiller, your host. I'm thrilled to be with you today. And ladies and gentlemen, today we have a very special guest. She's doing some wonderful things in our community, in business, and doing some charitable work on top of that. Her name is Tatiana Batie, and she is the co-founder of Melanated Model Foundation. Tatiana, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Listen, I am so thrilled to have you on board. I have heard a lot about what you all are doing. Tell our listeners exactly what Melanated Models do.
Okay, you guys can hear me. I hope you can hear me. I'm glad to have come out today. Melanated Model Foundation. We started off as a modeling agency, and over time, it progressed with our clients, our patients, our clients, and models that came out. And it started off with the agency. We booked them for gigs, but we started getting a little more personal. We had situations within our agency that actually turned us during pandemic into a foundation. We turned it into a nonprofit because we've seen a need for more growth in the confidence building, and I guess you would say in living situations, domestic situations, that actually turned into us wanting to turn into a foundation to build in the community, help the confidence growth, and just turn it into something where we can give back instead of just taking, and just showing there's other ways of life to be confident and using modeling as a foundation.
So you develop models and you provide wraparound services to help the models, even if they're having some other issues. Let's talk a little bit about just the modeling side of it first. Where might I see your models?
So our models, if you go on social media, first of all, we have a website, and we have a social media account. We have a Facebook, and we have an Instagram.
There's some people right now who want to get in touch with you, because there's some girls standing in the mirror, looking in the mirror and saying, I am fine, I am pretty, and I ought to be modeling. Somebody should be paying me. How do they find you?
We get that a lot. We get that.
I know you do.
Get that a lot. I want you to know that it's confidence. It doesn't have to, everybody always says you got to look or be this tall. It's the confidence that makes you the model. But you can find us on Facebook and Instagram. Keep it simple. Melanated Models is for the adults, and Melanated Kids, Melanated Kids, LV, is for the kids. And that is for all platforms. You can find us, in our website is melanatedmodels.com. And there's an application you can apply for and get information. We get notifications and emails, and we will contact you right away.
Okay, so you do adults, you do kids. Give me an example of a model who just blew it out of the water, one of your best clients. I mean, this woman is doing it up, and the public just loves her. Give me an example of that.
I'm just going to give you the model, honestly, we have two of them. Oh my God. Okay, we got guys and girls, but we have two young ladies. I have to do two. I have to give it to them.
You got to give two. Okay, all right.
We have Jasmine. She started off out here. She's in the military, but she still is rocking Melanated Models. She calls us for referrals, connection, and just making sure what she's booking is legit. So shout out to Jasmine. She's doing an amazing job, and she's in North Carolina. And then we have Desi, Ruby May. She goes as Ruby May as her stage name, and she does the same. She calls us when it comes to booking, making sure it's legit, it's not scamming emails, and they're winning. They're doing amazing things. Jasmine just won Model of the Year in North Carolina. And
did she really?
My husband flew out.
Did she give you credit for helping to develop her?
She gives us credit every single day.
I love that.
Every single day, and she's doing an amazing job. They flew my husband out to go take her pictures and everything. So she still calls us, and even to this day, she still calls us and lets us know. Desi as well. She's in Los Angeles. She's getting booked so much. She's in a high demand and debating between keeping her job and jumping into this industry. So, but we're like, we're still on her, checking emails and making sure this is legit, and like, hey, this may not be what you need. And also we make sure it looks good for their platform, because everyone thinks in modeling, it's one road, and everyone may not be good for just the one road. You might be great for TV. You might be great. So just helping delegate you in the proper spectrum of modeling, making sure you know what's great for you and what's best for you.
Okay, talking about credit, you mentioned your husband, and you said that you are a co-founder, but your husband also runs this business with you. What's his name?
My husband's name is Alan Batie, also known as Dre. He actually started this modeling agency. We met during a fashion show that I was a coordinator for, and we just kind of collided on, we just clicked right away. And then we just started doing events and fashion shows together. And I was like, we should add a kids division. And he was like, well, that could be more your thing. And it just grew from there. It really did just grow from there. Phenomenal.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. Now, I also understand that you all provide wraparound services, and you don't just take those folks who are superstars, but you all also help individuals who are kind of struggling or facing some life challenges. Tell us about that.
So with that, like I said, we turned the agency into a full nonprofit. We still do small bookings, but we actually were like, this can be something bigger for just everyone in general. So with the building confidence, like we use the modeling as a foundation. So you hear Melanated Model Foundation. Modeling is the foundation to help build that confidence for your next stage in life skills, in your journey, or where you want to go. And with that, we've helped people. We've had situations with domestic violence, suicide, high-risk teenagers in different school agencies. They've come to us, whether they come for 1 or 2 classes, they've enjoyed it and felt a different sense as they go out into the world. So we want to do that. And we're actually striving to actually, instead of the models coming to us, we are pushing our platform actually now into the schools, because we want to help, whether it's high risk, whether you are purple, green, white, orange, whatever you are, we're very diverse and open to helping everyone build that confidence so they know they can go further in life, and just using that modeling platform to grow as well.
All right. I love examples. Give us an example of someone whom you've helped.
Oh my goodness. Not getting personal, but we helped a young lady before, and she had a crisis where she would come to us almost every day, and just needing that foundation to feel safe.
Yes.
And we offered a place for her to be safe. She's like, hey, are you busy? We're like, no. She knew where our studio was. She would come and just hang out and talk and ask about personal life, skills and questions. And we're like, well, yeah, sure. And it stepped outside of modeling, asking about how to find a hotel, an apartment, and what should her credit look like. And so we started actually, as outside of that, helping and doing financial classes, finding different people and different life skills, like I said, to help them know how to put their finances together. We did have a sort of a suicide attempt with a model as well. And that jumped us into another action. And we took steps, went through social media to find out what was going on. And we called, had help with friends and family of that person to get a wellness check. And we found out that they did attempt suicide. But they are still with us today and still with us through our modeling agency, and it's going strong. Never gave up. We told them, don't give up. Don't get into the pressure of social media, the pressure of the world, and let anybody tell you anything different, because you got here this far with and without everybody. So we just keep building that confidence in them.
Somebody's excited about this. So give us that contact information. Listen, I know how sisters are, okay? Been around for a long time. And they're right. A lot of the sisters are just drop dead gorgeous, and they deserve that shine. Tell us once again, how do the individuals listening to us, because I know that there's some men out there who have some beautiful women in their lives, and they've been thinking the same thing that I've been thinking. You ought to be modeling. So how do they contact you once again?
So I like that you said about men, because it makes it great. We are open. We have men models as well. We have some models. We shout out to Stefan and Lex, doing amazing things. Stefan is in San Antonio. Lex is right here in Nevada, and they are doing some great things as well. So we have men and women models. And with my husband being a photographer, he gets a lot of men that are like, well, I can't model, and we push it. Yes, you can, because there's doesn't matter what race, whatever ethnicity, demographic that you are. come and ask us, because we're open. Just because we're melanated does not stop anything that we're doing. So we're very diverse and open for everyone and inclusive, very inclusive. But they can, again, follow us on social media on Melanated Models for the adults, and that's Facebook and Instagram. And they can follow us on Melanated Kids LV, that is Facebook and Instagram for the kids. And then they can just, or they want to go to the website, get straight to the point, click, make it easier, melanatedmodels.com.
All right, that sounds great. I have loved this. I love what you all are doing. I love the wraparound services. I love the fact that you all care. I'm going to leave the last word with you. What would you like to leave our listening audience with?
I want everybody to know, no matter what you are and no matter how old you are, if you're still alive, you have a chance to do it. Don't ever think that you cannot do it. If you're still here, that means you, like my son says, you're given another point and level of grace to make someone change and you to make a change. So continue doing what you're doing and never stop.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Tatiana. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been listening to Keeping It 100 with Mel and Bruce, sponsored by the 100 Black Men of Las Vegas. What they see is what they'll be. I'm Mel Tiller, your host, and until next time, keep it 100.